Anope na me yehu de say yene finance minister ebani sikasem e Ghana ha me gidi say ono ene ekire kwan na yeso yedi akire ne nhihye ne ho semina anope yensaka no ha yepese bisa ne nsem bia yehia isikasem wo yeman Ghana ha and Anope Union Kumasi Hello FM Fan Live Akonoba FM Wusunyan Rock FM Watakra the Eagle FM Ewo Cape Coast Fela FM Watamale Beyond FM Ewo Kwanta another Beat FM Seshi Asarin Sum Fa Sajumedi Tinum U Kumasia Haye Hello FM so Wusunyania Haye Akonoba FM Watakra dia Utie Rock FM U Cape Coast Utie Eagle FM wo Tamale Anope ya Utie Fela FM wo Nkwanta baby ho a Utie Beyond FM wo Seshi Asarin Suswa na Utie The Beat FM Anope Mezamene Samaje
Machi it's saying
Nyame adom boko na so
Nyame ane danase
Ekoyi die
Ekoyi pa Fakon everybody na fakon ye wo die so because enkoyi anane onyame na yan dum no
Obi sabe bebre so a almost pa che say enheda nkoyi sa
you
ebia baby awote as finance minister ne wo hu no
you
ene be ma wo waka ne sa na yenom so a ye yetima mu no so no ebia na ye hu ne sa na ye ndi kan bisa se mfie miensa ne obi bisa se denti na obeka se ekoyi
we dear pacho se pass fakwana ye war January 2017
yeah
na nientia nipa to abama Nana Akufo-Addo so quite unprecedented, almost 1 million votes na chese ya sitremu no na nye bibi fata enti no de so say accept say ye buy no na normal ni hu kakra bonyame adom I mean almost 3 years ni sebe fakwa ye wo sesi ade as I say accept say much better than January 2017 say ye buy ye o share to say electricity no me ya me sure say electricity prices are conform that wo o mam ha ense yetimi aye o share enteno na kan obia kakra o share ade national health scheme ya nipa baso any areas aye tua chesa fedie ade na simple kakra no eno so timi hu Nana Akufo-Addo senior high school assembly send the can obi afie na then so senior education not no say yetimi ma nipanya exposure we ya na chese ne dachi no enso ye na fe wo hwe fa ko a yede statistics economics ya na inflation pa above from single digit 7.6 or 7.8 who be that in the fourth republic a year woman na banking sector reform ye afi banks no much stronger since any year be who no enti yene on my Ghana for aye juma pa afa kwa ya bedui enti se yetimi tiasie se adia ye behia no na enye bibia efata na fa kwa ya bedui de se yesum na ye continue say betene no na chese 2020 no ya hold in space and ya be election excesses aya etaiba no emba na yetimi akoso na adwuma Nana Akufo-Addo peso ye no yenena abom na yetimi aye.
Alright, for that I mean starting with banking sector because so can one seems here ebi pa chere say mo prepare mo hododo ebi wo ho ananka yɛbɛtumi akama na ayɛyie ɛnyɛ banks ni nyinaa na ɛwɔ saa tibie no mu buroni bɛka some of them could have been saved nso mo anyɛ ne saa mo ayɛ nea mo bɛyɛ yɛdu baabi a yɛdu yi nkurɔfoɔ investments bɛsi nnɛ nipa no bebree hu sɛ ɔmo sika no wɔ yi yɛsi sika wɔ receiver hɔ nso wɔ receive nso on giveaway nti de atete kakra ba ebi adwuma abɔ mo ɛno so de ho nsɛmsɛm mo aba na baako so a yɛtitiriw ne sɛ mokɔka asɛ yɛntwe obiara so nti no how can you convince us say nea moyɛ no ɛyɛ adepa one omo ayɛ investments no omo hu baabi investments ne nam ebi o omo so mo kobisa etu omo 10,000 cedis pɛ ɛno akyi no banks ni bi o ha ebi anka moto mo bo ase anka motimi esom but titru yɛntwe obiara so nti asɛ yɛ ne nam ho bi saa no
okay
upacho oso mu sɛ
kwame asotwe no ɛna hono na yasɛm a ɛsɛ sɛ yɛbɔ ahomɔden na yɛ accelerate because na ade sɛ woyɛ restructuring normal to say major restructuring to say energy ne financial services ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ perfect na sɛ wohwɛ paa sɛ 3-4 million depositor sika almost ahina yɛ spendi bɛyɛ 12 billion na sɛbi uhu ɛno abuani agu so sɛ o ɛno a bɛyɛ yie and so unim sɛ banking system na ɛno ne foundation of the economy and yes, so you have to take some really bold measures because na say you call banks there's a lot more confidence, there's more resources to the private sector. You know, we are back to a sense of stability. Now, would you make some mistakes? It's possible. Will there be collateral damage? You know, that's possible. But how do you cure it compared to really the mass restructuring of that economy?
Into Jitum se baby ankoye.
Oh, by all means, so baby back can be. And then I make us say, so when you have 4 million deposits, I was saving 1 sika or the 12 billion. Na sebi once be 3,000-4,000 people might have lost their jobs. And at the same time, we had NAPCO, getting 100,000 jobs. It is a balancing act, and there's empathy. Into a challenge in the economy be now on so in Yachuma. Into now, even Ghanaian banks na. Bank of Ghana raise capital requirement na you share that creative BBI a friend or GAT, you know, and then also making sure say Prudential nomine UMB nomine Omni Bizek nom and so had the money to stay in there because I go for those issues say Ghanaians must be at the center of it, no. And yeah, I mean banking restructuring, you know, most countries, you know, there will be some collateral damage. Now receiver also scarcity demand no the ama banks no necessarily the okumuna or sika loans anko ye the not the ban or the triawon. Right now no at least reporter yenyano say I mean sika no be that so and just efficiency in the you were meeting on Monday of the receiver to give us, you know, sort of a current update before we go to Parliament. And exactly what, you know, the problems they might be having. But so far, they will be or bebano de Utimitiano because Sikano.
Sikano, Mr. Minister, but a bisu complaint a yin say Sikano say and so be bar. On the investment, one of the typical you'll be seeing Sika 1 million cedis. One of the banks, or by a man 10,000 cedis. Say you be trial later. Later, a mother. Into no, na ye ende.
I mean, Kwame, at the say banking restructuring now, na ye estimate an amount of money to say in most places, you have what they call a deposit insurance. Archers a sebe bank ni gua na insurance car ya de mema ono. It's to a certain percentage or a certain flat level that you'll be given. I think US is about $50,000 or $100,000 equivalent. And I end no 10,000 cedis. So would there be potential losses? That could happen. No, depending on the efficiency of the receiver. No, senior government there. Yes, at the very least, you bet me the amount, we know be a baby. Nothing near receiver, no, bet me the abano. No, so watch it, there's a formula for it. And yes, sir, government bet me a tria, sikanina, but at least you cushion it with a minimum. Now, if you receive a Juma Bayano, no, they are coming.
Minister, Aksama Mbisa no bidding crab, I'll say. I have almost 500,000 cedis with one of the microfinance companies. They have capped the amount at 10,000 cedis. What do I do? I know be the bank.
No, that's an Americano. So at least say, first of all, depositors Sika. It may save most of them for 4 million or so depositors. And I want several banks no they won't cano. Come when I be monoka say 10,000 they meet me their mobile near cano receiver ya na fe wa chichama yenina banks no they won't ka. Na adi ayana it's difficult because you can't imagine what would have occurred if the intervention had not happened. Until if you allow the crisis to Argentina to occur, Norma Apaja.
But Minister Pacho, one of the biggest accusations I the Mao and the ministry was our banking sector reform. They say now abandon the contractors cabibre.
Okay.
Contractors need be or makajibosia of these various banks. Sabia and Carbine and I said it contractors he car. In some of these banks, in car or Musika Sembi, Aman can you quine say Yaben ye no. Me sure say when him say one of your biggest accusers on Sasimia Dr. Parkway syndrome. Ne GN Bank. Our patches say abandon the car. Ain't Kamunchianaka and Amunchian contractors naka Mama Bajibo on the honor. Mutuamoka, Kabanks inka, and Manasa. Sa accusation, Pacho say.
Into my seminar days, what the uncle court and Tiana Edin so nipa betimi a cancer. But a dear Kwame, a Juma a Diane Sono, so we share, banking issues. Now we share energy issues. Now we share contractor issues. I just say arrears neho kanyina yabidufa kwa yedui. Sebe my Ghana for ya bombarding. How do you prioritize? How do you manage, etc. But say we share na afi ya stabilize the energy. Na I think financial services also ya stabilize it. Na afi the past 2 months, almost for 2.2 odd billion cedis in roads. And also been see that. Sikaye Tria for roads, over 4 billion. Commencements are here to continue through next year, over 7 billion. Actually, say by the time you be Tria 2.2 ye, naturally almost 82% of all contractors. At least the small ones will all be paid out.
But the question is, contractors no emre paswa. Enka saa semi bi anka itimi so ano.
Well, I mean to me who no say emre paso yes yebeja depositors 4 million deposits now also asemwaba and as yebe continue na dum so akoso and as contractors any other into isolated there any menko amede no there you can see a straight path, but if you are balanced enough you share na fa kwa yabedu ya who say you're managing a year. and the future going forward is to really say a big keep stability near continue, because once you feel comfortable, say sikasem a year just a honor na fade liquidity beba entrepreneurs and so best start in yesika contractors sebe enso yashase just sika ye de begumu almost roads yasomu say ye tu kwan ye nyina ye hu say kwan nya kwanpa. But individual cases there ye nyina ye benya aka bi
yanka contractors na sem I say one big issue man nipa bebre aya buy any scanner say asem
kwame na say I mean ye ba January who say na aban sika but and revenue mobilization so enye bibia me to say wow yeah add prompt to people say one brand betua but even as GRA misses targets now on average every year revenue to GDP anywhere from 12.5% to 15%. Actually, as a country, it's say India, it's say close to 20%. And this is a P or how many wo yentua. It's a yetua. Say Sikano and ebetimedia boa esio mai. Enti near yetimia year up to this point, actually, as a nipaka say we bank and put it there no ye mami. Now to me who say electricity no may yabon who more than ayatiso school. Say a year financial services yeah after necessary in trans say we dey no crenim why bb e bi anya nia mepe ni nyina na ye ba fe dey SSM so metrase na mehwese metia because me bisa say in April 30th for na end of tax filing day you mu ahia hini yetua ya because we will be a baby fufu but on my yentua and taxes there is impossible. But even with that, it does.
Okay, say contractors, you bet your mocha and check. And so be seen sa complaint na that's all. Maybe just a diomoka. Buying to ya. But your sa area, what exactly is the problem? They
are mostly roads.
Yeah, road contractors especially.
Ocean roads, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, between besides past 8 years before we came, then a nipa year, just a road here says now mutimi my contracts are sebi nipa jumanus went me and here by say Auditor General, yeah, analysis kakra. And a cocoa board and so and we because one person would be undeserved it say sikano and a fakon ya biduni and announce commencements of over 7.9 billion and a sika yetua nansane so about 2.2 billion enti obia benyabi and asani anamekano at least of this money about 80% of the contractors will be paid and 40% value of the larger ones into wasi but the way we have held faith and no my sana way so you be resolve
well your energy sector beba honum so but me last question on our contractors issue na membra energy sector
Gabobaka so one free pa
fiti anope amika say finance minister ba because so it me bia na me school me who where to start from but this
I mean bakwame ade enye say yen kan say yen de wonka o na niaye kan say wohwe sika ye de akọ roads yi mu a since we came, almost 4 billion.
Yeah.
Now, at the last month's year, announced so another 2.2 billion. Yeah, be. No, yeah, be. And then I make us say, and also, no, yeah, baby, you know, now 82%, you know, of contractors will be fully paid. Okay, then you have the major ones who will get at least 40% of their resources. And to me, who, yeah, as I say, because clearly, and only Sisikan Woho, I feel dear, Nipenya Wonsika. And you know, old song, as I say, you move on with it. Because I know no creno.
Yeah, I see into your taxes. Again, na mo ya fa ho na mo betimenya sa scanning na yate brofo bi fititititi widening the tax net. Then na mo you afasa dia. And
so when him say you start at the 10 asem no eno ye guso na who said the past a few months and so ya change leadership of GRA.
Yes.
Prof. There, Babeka, change board members, new being ade. And really, I think there's a new sense of reinvigoration. Nano I any padding who say Unipa and near ding Osum Yamit say Prof. There be chairman. Intinoma Babesissa. Intianoni you go so say digitalizations. You can't widen the task net. Sometimes you dream say, oh, sebe makola woman and informal sector. Ebi no yampa. But really, sometimes they say a minianum. You know, our professionals just say you work clinics and you work architectural firms and say you work auditing firms. Any lawyers near their intia into a whole necessary into 1 year databases be a just sebi or register car and now to airline ticket and now you be we can then be able to calculate your income and be able to suggest to you say we necessary just a wuntia necessary. I think say education now people's own conscience say omano afedia for kwen wono ekoye intimenso memboa na yenye juma SSA because ye penoma p the penoma p and so bisano pa say hey intimia metelaboni property tax grant boy here ferry but SSS structure no GRA yeni ye na send be ya ye betimi collected because at least maybe 15 or so billion if you look at the ratios of tax to revenue to GDP
Scanner Dawson. Minkai messages kakrebi. Please ask the Honorable Ken Ofori Attah what the future of afforestation program is. Our allowances have been delayed because it seems that he has eyes more on NAPCO than us.
Okay.
This one also says, I was affected by the UT bank collapse. There's a software for all SNL loans. Why can't they migrate all into one bank like CBG for us to be assured that our monies are safe? My lifetime investment of after 40 years in public service is locked up at Ideal Finance, Kwame in Medina. Now tell the minister that Swedro Inner City Roads was captured in the 2019 budget. As at now, it's not started, but the only things you see are much bigger potholes. What are we doing? From Paddy in Agona, Swedro. Ask the finance minister the plans for the TDC Bone Community 26 affordable housing project. It has a potential of housing 4,500 households with a 100-acre enclave. Since his ministry is a shareholder of the company, Kojo Tabi in Temam. Uncle Atu in Spintex, tell the finance minister on a light note to make his voice macho small for us, the listeners. We can hardly hear him. Okay. The government is embracing themselves. is applauding themselves for creating jobs in youth in afforestation, and also, but there's been no allowance paid for 5 months. We're suffering. Seth from Begro. Minister, any of these you'd want to respond to?
Oh, you, yeah. Afforestation assembly. Ye tuabi. Afforestation assembly na a 15,000 jobs and a year, and a fire and some 45,000. And teachers is a huge difference.
3 times.
Yes, so, but in the same vein also, yetimi ye 100,000 of NAPCO. Into you guso aye sika etuawon. I think SNL issues no dear like everybody else no. Actually, CBG is the bank that we are migrating most of these to, so that they can deal with it. But as we mentioned, 10,000 is the level that we are paying. Now if we receive an inya na or do sika bro. I think Swedro inner city roads, like all roads, and one seminary hurricane. Inti senia ora mwakwata misa mwakwata yen se obetua won one way anya adwuma senia won betimi initiate, and continue with the work. And I mean, like all roads with these contractors who are in the middle of the assignment, with this new injection, the expectation is that they will then proceed to do that. TDC kra no patutu be 3 months ago, and I'm a cocoche. You and a friend saying, Auntie Alice, managing director, on a Chinese will be agree for the reconstruction. And also Yasumwa Yabuawon. Inti won't bet me aye. Na ejumano dear, and yes, say a boy and some my own. Jumano very continuous afforestation, NAPCO, banking jobs in your day. We are hoping that, going forward, we have expand the private sector. Send a bear won't bet me assume no aye Jumano.
Minister, afforestation for bit me a shomobo. Da you bit yomka. Afforestation for because it seems to be popping up a lot.
Popping up. Some kind status in the children who say a between 15 and 45.
45. So it's
I think we might be about 2 or 3 months behind. Into SSA. Yet soon.
Nana Kwesi our menshia Kumase or Simimbisa minister say Swami interchange. Nana Kufado Eshe Kumasi for bot say you best start and Kumasi inner city roads and no swear.
Pacho adi a number of things. I and Rakrampo, Minister of Roads, any leader of the House, Chairman, Transbon Komo, especially about Ashanti roads in general, but about Ashanti roads in particular. Into the release of these monies into core Ashanti, I just quite a number of the contractors, Abeji Onsika. The specific idea now, Okano, we have to put our minds to it to find next year. Ibenya Husika Aya. Sino Hydron, so Onyamiadum, 4 lots, no. Baby release until we are in good shape. Say Tamale interchange, Eastern Corridor free, Hohoi, Eriko North, Western and Central Region roads, and some Ashanti roads. Into the combine and in the INCA, and I think we are going to have a good 15 months on the roads.
I'll do this for the last time. Fachemi. Chairman General, good morning. My colleagues and I, about 250 of us, are gathered here listening live from Kumasi. Please ask Honorable Minister Ken, youth in afforestation. We've not been paid some for the last 5 to 8 months. Kwame Attah, Kumasi. Then the other one says, I am Cedric in Nswam. Please ask him if there will be a budget policy for youth in afforestation program in the 2020 budget which he will read shortly. Final comments on youth in afforestation.
Some of my layout in Funsuebaino, actually. And certainly in the budget coming, that has to be confronted so that we have a much more peaceful environment going forward, because now it's a fact of the matter. Inti ebesum aye ne SSA.
Hey, road sifoi. Obiso say the contractor on the Jekiti Road in the Akwamu area, Minister, how far?
I mean, Kwame.
Yes, sir.
Near Sika, Yedia Shewo Road, some any really the evidence the past 2 months and I think so. As a nipa who said, you know, a bibia Nana Kufuadwehu or call round on a yenso yehua tackle. Now ye keka we nyina me fa Cocoa Board, you know, 530
Cocoa Roads
for Cocoa Board roads, no, 530 million on 1 year. Now if you want to another 1 billion, it is a gum to fix what was a share yeah by non swa. Sabi Kufu by no. Now you are about 39 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers of road. And no, we 8 years no. Now do 69,000 kilometers of road. And don't say I buy a road so yet here. Now 8 years I buy afterwards no. And near me I meet me who say over 3,000 or 4,000 kilometers no one they can. And now when tria sikebia woman near Cocoa Board koye and so on 1 year. Into Sika yang 3.5 years a year, dear Gumumpo is way beyond what they did in 8 years, and we are going to do more.
November 14, Nyame Aduma Obekom Rashibijum.
Maybe at 13 for.
Maybe about 13. Yabeba here the kind of budget we should expect, especially because Yabetwaba.
Pacho you.
About to Bresu Diana. Sikasem e was any tie na minim se mwaka se enya dia moba broso nti ye behwa asa, but ye hwe ye energy sector ye kania ho nsem ye ne ho nsem na independent power producers IPPs na ka se modi omokabi na omoji na ebikwa aka se mo ahwe no mo ahwe a dum so be san bebio oho no mo yende
tell what is me call parliament media no me can say be say sebe yeah sovereign state and you agreements take or pay agreements in previous government now, but the same country now unsustainable. Sepa say you will be install capacity of 5,083 megawatts. Na dependable, about 4,600 megawatts. But our peak demand usage, about 2,700. And to who gap no, na because of the nature of the contracts and yes, I know. As I see it here, maybe every year going forward, about $1 billion. I am here year by 2023 no. Need to $12 billion. And you can't say Debbie. As I say, a trustee because I did work warrior, 20-25 years concession period. Na say start to say na enkoye na menkwana mitua. Me say enti trustee. Then you trustee new returns as I say unya yensu betimi etua. Now, I'm sure 20 years in instruction into negotiations and the discussions that started. Because a Juada Crown, I'm swearing in steering committee, to continue the negotiations. In the Atrasia Yeka, the Sicano, Yetuabi. But truly, we share Fakon Ghana and so qua. And ye be beer over Castle Media, Jimmy Dear and Enqua. In the Union, I am trim. Because when contracts are over because they're unbalanced, we have to balance them. But you buy electricity prices are kofum. Doing so nye bibia by heart. It's a workout situation. Yeko. Yani won't come Obeka say, intiasibum. Say okay. Entrance na idea fixing once and for and yes or china metua kakra na fe obuafu na ade nti no ne
no cra PDS be day
no cra the truth of the CBS. What is the falseness of the CBS? PDS matter. Can you catch me?
Near time you say no cry PDS me again say Yatitini Bibri and demand guarantee before and after. Some no dos. And you be trim and American government say fraud be any Ghana government say fraud wom in conform by omunisika ebisi omusika akut jo Australia just say when yai
and the obeka say asem no nim no more than me kram
there be so only your finance minister I know what is it about PDS ayedi asem inti me anso ano a esensen ho ase yetwam say edi asem
yetwam enye
say yetwam say agitum say yetwam okay good okay. Then the ebedu what if you
asem ne say ye koshe ye tiny over your electricity distribution system comma PDS March 1st na purportedly no one war demand guarantee or standby letter of credit, whatever you call it, of $350 million to ensure say BB bar the country will have recourse to it. Unfortunately, insurance company or war Attah wonya say demand guarantee once say type of instrument won't yet. And flatly denying say one or yeah, no one say be a rogue employee bina say be your signing. It was quite clear. Say it was say demand guarantee be anywhere. No dear, and just say America as a PDS will be an or deny what has he say and that's after 60 days of 2 suspensions in which maybe that could have been cured. Anyway, it didn't happen. But Kwame said, also electricity the distribution system now the share will be inside. Okay, for $3 billion worth of assets. A strategic asset nonetheless, important for consumers and industry and everything. Nothing so another aware which is a 20-25 years concession. Now within the first 3-4 months, who say we got an crofui sika won endorse and guarantee for a buy impo and no career. What is the responsible thing to do? And it will have consequences. In Tinipasi, when you will lose 190 million from America, etc., etc. Now me share 3 billion assets. Na sebi when who say unipa wodi adwuma man ontimi nya now so you me train. That would be really the height of irresponsibility. Will they have some consequences? It might, and that is, maybe 190 million from the US, etc., etc. But in the US, no. Kwame, sebe adi in Chroma time, Dwight Eisenhower time, and a US boy of Akosomo Dam. 60 years Akosomo Dam aso you more say you know a partner be. Inti difference of opinion year abay and babeha in relationship going forward. Yes, the John Kennedy no kai say those who look only to the past or to the present are certain to miss the future. Inti enye nra semu anase nentokwa na ebabeye. Ochina sem ni ekano. Inti ni Nana Akufo-Addo aka say, you know, Chifri wants them because enye bibi obetim di agro. It's a height of irresponsibility. And then quickly move to restore private sector participation. Now her transaction no krempa. The inefficiencies and the leakages of ECG. That's one. So you need that kind of technical competence to ensure that it is done well. Then secondly, you need capital injection. And where are you going to get it from? So it is possible to do both together or unfuse for that. To bring a structure that is more sustainable, that we can be proud of in the future. So it's a chance to reset the clock. All of the other machinations say, oh, can a true letter be to create
can letter.
No. So president, first of all, no buy no na idea enkoye. Any besum say the concession asemi and president can say na dia ebewa have for the next whatever years I didn't necessarily Ghanaians a minority into entering 51% into timi twekon ye no so any Americans on twetwen ya na accept ye which was very good into me adwuma na mehwe no ma ye ne sane ebebo aban no ho ban a I'm say, hey, that's idea crime by 51% ye. Say, young come on, Bomoa. Now, fade the Moko board meeting, now, Obi Bako, and now say, the AGM, Obi Bako, watching home, Ako foreigners, no what. Exactly, and then the Koreans, but intermediate may say, okay, Pacho. Moon creative company 51% no wom amunyina mo share into ye den they koda or how you nim say no there. You know, governance and control no, will be there.
But you see, sir, a 51% company now open no special purpose vehicle. Now, what is our opponents? We can say, I am family and friends in tea. And then I'm creating SPV of 51% now. Uncle Banasano into Namuchemo because as we could have resolved it without termination. Ebianki bit me a so anoa whom he has said he between completely. Now, Niana can Ofori happen in San Kenti and Abanasa.
You, that's a kwame asema mekai, name what other action you would have taken. Nipa was say, why ensure ye no, or say there be, menye na menye. And Ebino can say, oh, any can say, the one court. I'm say, hey, me electricity, ya me dear. Just a bit me a bore may a bore may na afe de quarter sen wakata na men konkoka eno de emfata. Okay, that's one. And asemwa nipa ken and asem me start adwuma as a friends and family guso sabe yetimi abuo man ye enti that's also in question. But at the possible solution I dream honokrempo, you realize that that's complete fabrication because the afe may kind of say sani yehu sani ade akoi ene yenye bibia institutional shareholders to say Senate ne pension funds ne Ghana infrastructure fund no enso se shares mu na afe so yema employees employee stock ownership plan na once one year be na fe yen hwe sene ye be ya ebetimi a list no on the Ghana Stock Exchange sene be ya yen nyina so be wo bi enti wo hwe such a solution where is it just ye person ye plot to say be yenya adie ni enko. But I think it gives us a chance to really reset and make it a stronger company and still preserve our relationship with America because that has been long and enduring. But I think as nations, when you have points of departure, you do have points of departure. But that will be on specific issues, and then you move on to cure them. And I think, Nana Akufo-Addo was very bold in taking that decision, and I would applaud it and see how it supports, the issue of the sanctity of the operations of the company and the country's sovereignty.
Mpacho, daben yebenyan ntiye se yecha PDS mwerie the way forward. And she shared about all institutional investors, SNIT, amongst others. Inti daben yebeti poti se new structure
you can say be by November 15th. As to the way forward and that, but whatever it is, private sector involvement and commitment to that, and finding the appropriate resources to be put in there. But I think it's in good hands in the interim. And we'll work it out. It's unfortunate, but truly, you cannot cede such a strategic asset to such uncertainty. And so the consequences of it, and whatever it may be, I think to be a better future going forward.
And by November 15, 51%.
We hope we'll have a plan for the whole thing. The whole thing, not just 51%. Yeah.
Mr. Minister, Goldman Capital, Ideal Finance, First Allied, Mark Otley, Gold Coast Investment,
This will be.
and of course, Almighty Men's Gold, where various companies are amount for the investments. Aqua question. A DNA a buying position on these investments and the way forward. Goldman Capital, Ideal Finance, First Allied, Mark Otley, Gold Coast Men's Gold. Me sure there are so many others. Savings and loans companies and investment companies are Honsem Abanum. What is the way forward?
Pacho, as a package, these are all part of companies because the War Securities Exchange Commission. And in the same way, the Bank of Ghana saw one DMO one regulator, and also the SEC in so as to exactly how to intervene and to get it done. And to one so but I think Kwame, we went through a very difficult period in which everybody seemed to have been able to pick up a license without the capacity to regulate them. And we are just methodically looking to ease that problem. But I think to the core of it, say, how do we as a people, interrogate and question the way in which we mind our money business. And sometimes, of course, when there is regulatory laxity, it will lead to a whole lot of people making decisions which are less than optimal.
In charge,
Pacho you and the American potting because at the beginning, which is nipa ye boni, then necessary, and how quickly should we do that? Inti a ho necessary yadia dreamba, near who says, oh yes, no me untimi ko freezer, emphatakra, nipesika, senya hurricane. ABOB, fortunately, at least 10,000 they are being. But churches near DA one day on 500,000 and 1 million akosi baby. Now, the next day, you have to shut up because.
But will they get it back? On being back. And
a whole just how well can the receiver do its work to liquidate certain assets and get the money back?
Mr. Minister, how can the just one here and go for your investment back?
Oh, it's unlikely say you be back.
But
na sebi zebia me one of these rogue bank managers now do sika ba na makoto first classic makosi down or baby na dia you know, actually, no, there are lots of court cases that will have to come, you know, and keep pushing till we get as much of it.
But there's a feeling
possible.
that a too slow.
Yeah.
A too slow.
And
Crawford Juma bomb. And Crawford Sikash. Abayam Yen who say, Ubia Ubenya Buntimin Yanina. You soon Siajatum. Na Nipana no Mosuma Sadia Bayo. You want to tribute. I say, business as usual. I say, it's over. I know. I'm on them. You know, many breba.
You know, I'm and as I say, you begin discussions on ABIA, you know, special court so that we can accelerate that. And to because I say no man and necessary dream because obviously gridlock in the current judicial system will be difficult. In ABIA, a honum necessary to accelerate that. But there's no way as I won't go free because Bonia Wayano a dos.
But it's a me personal question back. A buying secretary. Okay, contractors can wake. Say a buying my juma. A chair and a buying triaka. It's been there for years. A buying my juma. Ube ye ube. I can say bitriaka. Ube diechirisa. Ebimu akra the message about say obi was 2012 or your contract in Trianaka. ABC 50 2015. ABC 50 2017. Obi o ha akobobosia. Na sikana shia nation. Aban bitua eventually no. Ontua interest. Why do we have that situation? Because they say be a snetika. Ana me de IRS car, me de whatever car. So omojia, se mrine twema ye say ye beji interest. And so abai na makwakwa jiska ejuma no won ho ama ye wi a otua me kan. Say 10 cities na so otua me 2016 in 2019 still at 10 cities na otua me. And so they be an makobobosia na me de ejuma. It is through no fault of mine. Say scan delay. Sa hono. Mr. Minister, what can be done about it?
I think, you know, Kwame, I mean, you know, since we came in, is how do you clean the stable, you know, and eventually get to a point of stability where just Yamawe Juma unim say Yababituao. And sometimes grass, be our grandpas will be then grow for you, Koda, on Tian, can sell our Cosa Juma or no, was a Utiasa Koshimubium, you know, and also you have to ask, and therefore, what happens to pricing and value for money for these contracts? We need to clear the stock of arrears and going forward, you know, we can match, you know, our income of our commitments. Ni changes are part of the solutions. Senior Bayer, Unya Banjuma, Unim way dear, you know, medical banker. Bank be mami credit bank no so nim say ye betua won enti e ho no
enya ni tua no ye betua na ntam ne mere so o na asem no say aban the eventually aban betua but nintam
you nintam enti no na SSC clear, you know, backlog any arrears na gradually we've also increased in our GRA work no nyina yetua taxes no na yetime tua ye ho. So we want to tax and to and say and you know, I think we are coming to an equilibrium, and my expectation is that next year we'll drive through some of that and then institute, you know, a much more stable private sector oriented economy. Because for I do it there, I think, you know, we have what you call sort of a fiscal responsible corridor, stabilizer, no. Into now, no, is to look at private sector intervention to see how we grow that, so that there's a lot more stability going forward.
Nyami adumna de chichina, it will be 1st of November. Let's just say akaya fi ne bosome baako ne ekotoaba. Na akabe another 10-12 days I would 2020 budget. Ekwakotu mrachibidwem. What kind of budget do you have? Are there any expectations? That was our budget. So it will be I am shishino.
Really, Gwame, I did say my lifestyle there. No, I fancy footwork, but I think what we need is just stable hands on this. Now, you know, we are sort of out of the IMF as we promised since 2015. We did that. Inflation actually, you know, is single digits, never in the past 27 years. NHIA, you know, you clear most of the arrears. Your friends saying bulk oil distribution companies, SLA, your TBHS electricity prices, and so some banking cleanup, just banks, you know, are a lot more stable. NT and the recent 2.2 billion will clear about 82% of road contractors' arrears. I don't think that has been done before. We have shared Sino-Hydro idea by year. Interchange, Western and Central Region roads, Eastern Corridor Road, you know, and some Ashanti will be starting. Interest rates are falling, as I say, any banks, any Juma, not lending rates, you know, better. What we have done with senior high school near the year. Into next year, no, dear, is to just manage expectations and really sort of sustain stability and security is how I'll put it. But I think, you know, really, say, Yabekando Kra, Nana Kufuado Abeyebi. Na next year, no, election year, we also have the census, we have elections. It's going to put a lot of pressure on it, but I think we just need to keep the handle steady, continue the discipline, and begin the process, you know, of inward investments to support industrialization. When we say Duanenso, Majuma, Minister of Agriculture, and so at least Adriani Dear, United Minya BD. Into Batimiko School, Adrianenso year. Your beginnings year tria contractors, electricity prices are stable. Engineers say a year next year, and say Yenina, Yesum, say election year no one no may be breaking back of it. And you do.
Mr. Freda, Nyamawa Candy, Ubeka, Yitini bro for the Edepa. Manage expectations, stability, fiscal discipline, inward investments, industrialization. Yeah, dear. And so, obviously, say, ne crack ne saying, Sikabeba.
You, and then I
hold on, you'll be able to say, the crack ne say, Sikabeba.
Sir, I mean, Kwame, say, Bia, Obibaka say, oh, na inflation, mid inflation.
Thank you.
And so, inflation
7.something%.
Or Safuma Rebecca, with the inflation, because inflation here 13-15%, and then a church, no, local banker, will rates, you know, and say, at the end, we can't take it for granted. Nani etimia ye ni achievements a ya bedui and as I said next year party ye nyina ye sum na your friends and ye avoid the champion krana and ra okaye so sometimes you know we have excessive expectations of government, but really as I say nyina ye back together na ye timi ye ejuma away nim but ye betimi aye because I think these 3 years, you know, it is quite clear. So we have the hands and the capacity and the minds to be able to do it. So no histrionics, but stable, tipping point, making sure that we maintain the fiscal balance, but ensure say we begin to widen private sector so that the jobs and liquidity, as you are saying, beba.
Sika beba.
Into Sika beba.
Ohani here, finance minister. And now only Bernard.
Yeah, Mabeko school.
Anuni
beba.
Anuni here.
And no na. SSA yeah.
Opani and now only Bernard Avle or City TV to train come na. Me say headline be about. I must say. He's upbeat about Ghana's future. The energy sector reforms are on course, and the PDS saga over. And which say another report says government collaborates with IPPs to resolve take-or-pay contracts. I don't put the work on but IMF calls for tight budget ahead of 2020 elections. Only a sika some penny is a futuan on our heso. All kinds of sika bebe. Now IMF is calling for a tight budget. Now also inflation, I would say, still you want to keep it as low as possible. How do you respond to all of these things?
It's IMF's a tight budget, just manage your deficit really. And there are a number of things. I mean, the issue of the expenditure control. Send a value for money of all of the things that we go for. And that's where the discipline will come in. For revenue, dear. And not just a crusader, Sivada Belidi Bebwa. But I think, sir, 2-3 years, the discipline has been inbuilt. We need to manage our expenditure and make sure, say, we get true value for that, and then increase our revenues and stay within that bucket. But truly, as I see, na yetimi yebi. IMF or no IMF, I think that the need to do these things, as I see, of course,
Going forward, oil discoveries. The bauxite industry, natural resources, outlook, let's say, it's saying.
Kwame, so Kai said, Urekufu buy and oil, yeah, Disica Bray and Talo Numnia de, and you fee a bame over Casawayan when ya kakra, you buy in so. Yetimi Unyamiadum any akafo and so assign the block idea and also expect to say 2021 horicono. It may be as much as another 300 or so thousand barrels or so, and also beba beboa. Into nim natural stability. Yedia bay of the economy na senia yehwe yen sika so yi na fe oil nso beka ho there should be a lot of hope na sebe senia na kufu do manage economy and amount for say one fa number bi na yenwie adwuma ya start ya ye.
How about your bauxite? What does it look like? And only him say cyanohydro common here the or common akusi say.
You and actually bauxite cyanohydro in common cyanohydro say 1 to 2 billion brain na ye infrastructure work and I say linked to that yenso ye the other private investors eba be ye bauxite adwuma na ehono sika ye benyano and ye dibi betua wonka enti no di no enye cyanohydro na eba be bauxite no enti ye set up authority bia owura Michael Ansa and wasumwa on various investors from America ne China ne England na bonkomo send ye be mining of the bauxite and a refinery no babesi enti no wonko so na eno no I mean, a very important investment because a honor ultimately who say industrialization also beba because bauxite, raw bauxite, you know, be 80 or so dollars per ton. But by the time I'll be processed, I could tertiary, you know, maybe $2,000 per ton. And say Jumano and necessary, and Michael Ninipa Kasach, they are in the stages of selecting some potential invested in that. And Nono will also give part of the pillar of industrialization. But you know, one of the key issues is, you know, agribusiness and industrialization. Now you bet Ghana into a regional hub. Minister Alan Dia Odeko or the government Dia Bay with regards to Africa Free Trade, Continental Free Trade Agreement. Babaye BB at Ghana and Baye Investment and Trade Facilitation Hub for Africa. Intia no NSSA so take advantage. Now you create a regional hub for aviation, financial services, petroleum, education, etc. Now what the oil ribeka ho now face ultimi hu for bauxite ejuma inso bekwa. Now you are now building an export-driven economy. Just a new foreign exchange 3-4 months asem and I be him yang, you know, because you have about 2-3 years of reserves in your day. A honor will be into next year, no. Even of our minimal friends and foreign exchange, which is actually historically very good at 4 months or so, no. As I say, you create buffers. Naturally, say next year, no, make sure say foreign exchange, you know, is stable through the period, and we don't get any unnecessary ruffles there, even in an election year. But into picture, no. The stability we have been able to go to look at the potential outline here of continental free trade and bauxite regional hub for the education, financial services. We've gone a long way. In Singapore for a year, Juma, senior bay financial services. So imagine, say, once this regionalization is done, not just let's say Nigerian banks, when you know on headquarters waha, Adentia, because it be a 1 year helicopter service from Accra to Victoria Island, where their main offices are, no, can be done in 45 minutes. They will prefer to live here. And it is that, and then aviation. And then at Dubai, by service, when Nipa no one ride the camels, and after they all could Dubai, it can be done here. There's absolutely no question. We share our 350 million population.
That is West Africa.
West Africa. Now, sort of a pillar of stability and democracy. Any Juma year of the economy, and then the continental free trade. Just cast your mind, and you can envision where this different African country is, and that's where we are going. But we needed to stabilize to do that, but I think it's within our grasp to be able to do that, and that is why. What did it say at the headlines for that yesterday? That's why yesterday I
said you are upbeat about the future.
Upbeat about the future.
Talking about upbeat about the future, last year, Ghana, we've discovered probably the biggest oil find in on the continent or on the subcontinent for last year. I don't know, yenya hun sunsuan shobi hun fasobi abaye ho. Essence talking about Attah energy. Na ora Alex Mode eso dia tuja baby. Say yenhwe ni ye se ye momo tax rebate bi anhwa Ghana beboka ne ade. Inti sa area ho nankasa no, how are we managing that?
So we no your friends saying the mandate to protect the public purse. Now we share Nipa concern about, making sure Ghana is not cheated. I understand sometimes it's recrampo because you be who ya fixy ya dear emphatakra. Ain't it true? I mean, the school ben yenkoy and a juma ben yeni abrofubi and yeda. And when we are negotiating, you are negotiating in a way that really enables business to continue and for us to get the best deals. And we are not shy to break, to renegotiate on something when it has been badly done. Into no dear, Kwame, and your BBS. You worry about.
Say tax rebate as a tax.
It will be done well within the balance of what we want for us to get the best of it. Yeah.
One of the biggest things President Akufo-Addo a year campaign, a year one district, one factory. Na so far, you name say Exim Bank. Ghana Exim Bank he can say. Omobesha ho asemwaka ni sika sem ni bibia yen shedan to your home popuye bebre it is saying, do we have hope because it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, some factories there, there are various stages of it. But, I mean, right now, many minister Transekrempo actually say there are about 150 districts that we need to begin to look at ways yebe now once when you be until we are looking at a plan in the budget to find a way to support them, and SM Bank is part of it. When you say maybe it was 4 months ago now, any American SM Bank signed a $300 million transaction, which would help with supporting equipment from the U.S. For that. We are at the cusp of another $100 million facility that will go to anchor that more. I think so of the 150 districts left now, Minister Chirmatinya Kano, and Sibetima Yahu BB in the coming year. And after Utumi who send a duane ye boo ne warehouses and the idea and so certainly the agro processing becomes an interesting way to promote that. But really, so Noma Akufo-Addo up to now in Trufa it's quite overwhelming, and that's what gives us the excitement going into the future.
Maybe one more question, if you mean piece of final thoughts near sorry so. Me who say Information Minister Kojo Pon-Krumanfoni our newspaper being Daily Searchlight, $200 million for Accra sanitation drains. Na me who wa hano ni ntia me pese me di tum ne se me kai se me ne ura Attah Minister of Works and Housing and ne Deputy Eugene Boachi ntwetwetwe nkomo fa sa adie ho. Finance Minister sika no de amamo ana because insurance started to be na your sanitation at the say $200 million here me who are minim say on paper now say in reality.
Oh,
because
no,
Attah and the deputy catcher said 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and I'm share your book.
Then we are caught through Parliament, there's no turning back into Yebesum. Tackle. There were three areas Namia Ayana can say for sustained stability and security. There are 3 S's that we have to always keep in mind, which is our senior high school, our security, and our sanitation.
Senior high school security and sanitation.
That we can't really compromise on for everybody. Then you also move to sort of industrialization based on agriculture. That's the other bucket that we have to. The sanitation and flood issues. We have to tackle. Last week, Minister Cecilia trance on all of these landfills ne ho keka ho yepese yejuma, and we are planning something for that too. Into 200 idea yensaso juma sese no on the bay
ye be hu enime ya
oh ye be
because not just say I want share boy may call Auntie Cecilia ho me fi ho me call
so go 200 million be an
me go catch and so Ofori Attah say Auntie Cecilia is Canaba na ma ko Attah and Eugene Boachin so say minister is Canaba intino mommy who the status and let's see how
I'm sure they will go through their contracting period and whatever, but at least they have a clear mind as to the source of the resources that they need to do.
Mambo President Kufo de Guru Bebre Abonabaso say oil na breso wa any ma bebre. President Kufo breso so near starting affordable housing. Mobile mo say the previous government and shan to us. Affordable housing President Kufo Jai. What is happening in that area?
Really want to up as Obama Misulia Bugakatra. And no, yeah. Obakase last time you bought Hong Kong, maybe it's about $51 million. BB and near per se the works and housing, any state housing a year.
Yeah.
I think we banks be kasai, and the issue of sort of the leasehold agreements so that we can give it to state housing to do that. So we are rethinking the model to do that, but not yet. Hoya baby or attaching a capa say 7 Kufo ye and no DSC we inti baby
dabbing the crack dabbing
as a semi sikano. You know, inti as a semi paperwork no ye na many banks in the can na ye. I think I have 51 million as any American, you know. But I think as attaching Abekano is a low hanging fruit, and we have to get it done.
It's been almost 4 years. It's a low hanging fruit. Let's block it then.
Yeah.
So
that's it. What can you mate?
We say Bugaka kana Babanyari. But Yesika say maybe we are raising money and editing.
Oh, editing, but you know, yeah, fine. You know, this year your core market no yetiminya 3 billion or euro at good rates. International here beshe, senior ye support na yetimi disikana ba ye jumai. If I quite yet do dear Kwame, I think sir a Juma Nana Kufu do etimi aye. So see keep faith, you know, with him, and to continue to build on the prosperity and the stability that we have and the shared prosperity, because we share. Sebi I can't be normal buy electricity prices are senior high school pension for farmers cocoa fui hunia adie ore dunum koye ya. Now we have this LID they can watch as extra $400 per ton, and also Eba farmers for and a farmers pension scheme also being done. And to share through the society, you know, saving depositors' income, bringing rates down. And now is really the push, you know, for private sector and how to get lending rates down so that more people will have access to it. But at least there's education. Sebe woba na utiminya senior high school pa government man government man housing. There's quite a bit being done. Electricity and also stable. Farmers, so more money for them for cocoa, and then about 1 million or so odd farmers for fertilizer support program. And then BB and balancing that and to make sure say yebeko ye name no
and you better sir
it's but juma unso onyame de ama enti wo de ye ne obetimi aye we Ghanaians are God's people into sorry now done as now see you boame na minti minye juma ya enti hono na me say yenya yensum ne yemboa na yemma na nambra back ye ejuma was starting.
We share our budget, we share our bills for free SHS. There's a discussion, so we should review it. Yeah, system, yeah, trans and yeah, sanction. What do you want to say?
I think your friends say no kind or BB or free BB exaggerated entitlement mentality. And I don't know your opinion when you Ghana for. And there are lots of policies, but I think policies are always up for review. In Nipa, free SHS Grandpo na or my band we are say ha a boarding school. My ben we say there's no sort of income check to see whether you also deserve it. But those are costs from the beginning that then leads to fine tuning. And I think everybody always really looks at situations. The banking system, so there will be some new rules which will be more effective, and that will do. Energy system, recalibrate for private sector investment. The whole taxation and exemption system also has to be looked at for us to get a more optimal tax structure for us. Into going forward, all of those will look. But I think the key.
And should we really look at free SHS?
Me assure say Napo is really looking at it.
No, I'm Napo. I'm coming to you, the finance minister. Wona utiaka.
You.
Inna wona name the scope.
Yeah.
And now we name baby onyo sikefu. Osha ye sanction ni biom na baby wo hwa be me ho ahan ya enka yendwene ho. Yenhwe ne sa.
Wo no de say ne bibia esese yedwene ho. Na tembe kra mpo mama ka bida. Enti anye bibia sebe yendwene ho ye. But you really say wo hwe pass Kwame 290,000 different young people have been able to access it. Now ultimately who say hey adie I to ebe change one lives completely. And say me ko school or adie chebi me papa daroma oyi me ba Legon Primary and assistant I just and I'm watching and I say ebe ko school ni ani nambrema ya ho ya kwatrekwa na be udufia na mama ya grandma ahwewosa. But so you can see what education opportunity can do. Enti baby mistakes be wo mukrempa. The value of that one extra person to change the nation, for example, is there. Intimate hono yes sikasem but me hu and I'm grandbo na me na fe wote hey. To me who say a lot more Ghanaians from other places could have that opportunity. Into that empathy and that sense of citizenhood and for everybody, also informs us, and it comes at some cost. But I think we can't be hasty about it.
I see. Yeah, reporter Okuma say something. Kwame Nyamiche, am a quick update or say affordable house in Okuma, Akakra ma am yeji, but it's under the auspices of SNIT. Just to chip it in for you, Mr. Ofori Biana, you hear about affordable housing. Maybe no sooner Navy or meet me as I shan't read in the SNIT in the air shed here. Let's see, say, other institutions may want to take it.
I mean, a housing, not dear. I mean, a BBA SSA.
Yeah.
Well, a BBSSA, housing and education, in education, and also now, because I can say, the policy, technically, is for the Ghanaian child. What you say, not the parent per se. Into true say because a parent no was second yes so yeah, but really the focus is the child to make sure so that even if the parent is irresponsible, the child can still have the opportunity for the future. So those are what will guide us, going forward. How to get ensure that there's a critical minimum access for every child, irrespective of the parents' situation. And then you move to issues of equity, etc.
Tell the minister that even in the United Kingdom, tuition is free, boarding is not. So they should simply relook at free SHS.
Yes.
Maya, you know that for me, that is also my angle. Maybe I can't have one day in your same anymore. If you say tuition, they say also you free. But boarding the other back body, I could check it. It's motion ibium.
Kwame, sometimes so who and that the pillar of stability and peace that we have. Sometimes we are not clear on the variables or the elements that have made it. Was it sort of the construction of the Akosombo Dam which brought light to everybody? Is it the chieftaincy issues which diffuses tensions on the ground? Is it the boarding school system that has brought a sense of unity and knowledge, whatever, so that we all have classmates, even if we don't go to university? And to try and I know back because when I say we what is it that you have? And then of course, the faith-based sense that the Christianity and the Muslim part of it that has that. And all of those are socio-economic indices that help. Yes, I am a dream sikana home, but what I say now so I can say, hey, Adi, boko, and yes, some things we'll take for granted. But you're very
Minister, Ghana foot you, BBBU ubit me, aka ama se ebema ya suma dream, se ebema ya kumato yemo, se beshe ye boss going forward, as you yourself, the headlines have said that you are upbeat about the future of Ghana. What is it for? What is in it for us? So, Yankasenia Minister King, Yenini Chini Engineer say, be
you. I think, Sabi, Yenina trust Wayam Fekumu na Yeshe Fakwani war 2017, and it's said before Kwanya Bedu Nansenya. What to me who said, they are pretty steady hands, on the economy. No ma ya a dozen. Say IMF asemi, we have been able to extricate ourselves to it. Lots of arrears yet here. So we fixed quite a bit of the mess. In addition to that, the flagship programs is planting for foods. Just your friend saying, energy, asemi electricity prices are down. Na yetimi somo adum sono literally echo. And financial services, able to put it back, on a little bit a stronger footing. True, there are some consequential effects, but those are marginal compared to what would have ensued. And all of this at a cost to government and the ministry, and we are carrying that pain. There are things that we have to do in terms of ensuring that we manage our expenditure and have value for money, and send our revenues, and so get a new revolution to get what we deserve, and really getting Ghanaians to come on board with regards to revenue mobilization, roads and pensions to farmers, and increase in cocoa prices and for them. I think all indications say, things have gone relatively well, and next year we will hold the line. with regards to your friends saying election year excesses which have happened.
Oh, yeah, sure, say yentra. Election year excesses yentra. Oh, Minister, say election year, no, some running there, everybody they throw for a website. It's you say, what Ubunsunas, one may be in good now, when they say, a bear drink a crow. Minister, when the French so I knew you.
Well, I didn't history non so say, one overspend it. In elections, one time some back. It's quite a fallacy. Yeah, entry. Senior, ya bravo, you know, Kwame. You know, factories 1D1 with Nadine, normal yetimia. Now, yet sometimes you take no for granted, but at least me shefa kwa yedu ya in yewe nim no doso and our responsibility with new revenue sources such as oil no have to be managed well, but the legacy of industrialization is being laid, and that is where, you know, private sector and absorption for jobs would occur. But we needed this consolidation to pinpoint to go into. We have to hold the line for 2020 to ensure that we don't lose what we have. But let's keep faith with the president and bring him back to continue the work that he's doing.
I'm for baby, I sending messages more fan cheme and you meet me. I can messages on cashew, fishing, Tema oil refinery, railways, health. Forgive me, there are so many questions, but
it's me, your friend saying email address for ministry now. You know, ABIA. Okay.
We can put an email address out for those of you who are techno savvy. I'm sure, sir, you would want to ask your questions. I don't so be mean to me sending your more fan chemi. Now, Minister brought for back I can't be 7 times. He said, hold the line. So I hold the line. Pachomi Chechi man, Tete man said, Obunsu no man move faso. But Minister, yes, sir. Miss Kamra Kakrawai. Miss Kamra Kakana, she said, yeah, Okona Edin. That's the general consensus. Say, yes, Secretary Minister, say you are Jiatun, but make the money flow small.
And now also, but also, and you yamso about or mine, and here because sense of self-dignity, you who say a man have a future, no, I think is always worth the sacrifice.
Thank
you. That's a pa.
You say, oh, Shawn, so Shagana Manina. Yeah, that's it, baby.
Thank you.
Ora Ken Ofori, Attah, Finance Minister, Republic of Ghana, and I'm